that's one thing I really admire about the NFL. I mean, if we were going into a Super Bowl and it was Packers against Steelers, you guys would be celebrating that. Those would be storied franchises. People wouldn't be talking about, you know, the fact that Pittsburgh is a small market. So in fact, you know, I'm happy whatever team ends up in the finals, but it's been intentional from our standpoint to create a system, a collective bargaining agreement that allows more teams to compete. And just by way of background, you know, we're going to have to go through a process of getting to the point where people are accustomed to tuning into the finals because it's the two teams that deserve to be there, and it's the best basketball. Similar to, again, with the Super Bowl, if I asked somebody if they were going to watch the Super Bowl, they wouldn't say who's playing. It's a national holiday, and now that's nirvana.
That's
you know,
the goal.
I'm not saying we're anywhere close to that yet. There's still, if the Knicks are in the finals, there's a segment of our fan base that's going to watch that may not watch if it's other teams. But my job is to get people to love and follow this game, and so that if you're a huge basketball fan, you should want to tune into the finals because that's the best basketball.
Okay, so here's the deal. Adam Silver is not wrong at all for wanting to be the guy who shifts the NBA into a league that people watch not just for the stars, but for the love of the game. So he's saying whatever team makes it to the NBA Finals, whether that be the Indiana Pacers, whether that be the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Oklahoma City Thunder, whether that be any of these small market teams, he's saying his job is to get us to tune into whatever team shows up to the finals. And he's doing a lot of comparing of the NBA to the NFL, but I think those two leagues are kind of apples to oranges, and here's why. Quite simply put, the NBA, more so than the NFL, is a star-driven league. I know quarterback is the most coveted position in sports, but if you take the game of basketball, one person can have an impact on a 5-man starting lineup, more so than one person on an 11-man starting lineup. Not to mention, guys who play in the NBA don't wear helmets while they play, so your stars in the NBA do have to be a little bit more personable. And look, man, I've said this before, the issue with the NBA is that they just don't have enough American stars anymore. And the American stars that they do have, they get outshined by the foreign-born guys. If Adam Silver really wants to make the NBA great again and make it so that everybody wants to watch every single finals regardless of the team, you're probably going to have to go very, very deep and find a way to change how children are learning the game of basketball. Because it's clear and obvious that America is kind of falling behind slowly but surely when it comes to basketball talent. And yeah, while some people might say you need to just shut up and enjoy good basketball, unfortunately, this is America and this is how America operates. They want to see the big market, the New Yorks, the LAs, the Texas teams. They want to see those teams at the forefront. Anyways, I want to get your opinion on this. Make sure you leave it down below in the comment section. Peace.